Alright, so now you just want to load the file for the longer sides of your suitcase and stitch the die line on a piece of water sealable stabilizer. Okay, so here are our die lines for the long sides of the suitcase. They are different shapes. So this one is just straight across the bottom, and then it has a tab. This is the, if you were to lay a suitcase down and then open it up, that would be the side here, this top edge. And then this is the inside back of the suitcase, or if you were to hold the suitcase by the handle, it would sit on this piece, this long piece. So I went ahead and I cut a piece of felt to cover it. I have my 2 pieces of stabilizer material, and then I went ahead and just made a piece of fabric panel just like we did for the sides. I went ahead and made it for this piece. So now we're just going to lay our felt over the design, and we have a die line to stitch out. Okay, here are the die lines for the straps that's going to be on our suitcase. So I'm going to choose to use this vinyl fabric directly on there. So I'm just going to cut a few pieces to fit. Alright, so I'm just going to take these down a bit. Alright, now we're just going to trim the vinyl. Okay, let's stitch the tack down line for the velcro. Or, I'm sorry, the die line for the velcro. Okay, now that we have that die line for our velcro, I'm just going to put this piece of velcro, and on the tab I use the fuzzy side, so I need to use the opposite, which will be the tacky side, or the side that grabs. So just make sure you have your velcro oriented correctly, and I'm just going to stitch the tack down line for that. Alright, we've trimmed the velcro. Now we're just going to stitch 2 die lines for the handle. Alright. Now we are just going to take our handle that we made, and we are going to, I'm actually going to use a straight pin to align it. So I'm just going to take a straight pin like this and stick it in the middle of this area. And then I can take this straight pin and stick it right in the center of that circle. Like so. Just like that. And now I can take that in place. Okay. I'll tape it in place over here too so it doesn't move. Alright, so I'm just going to double check that. Yep, we're going to stitch it right there. Should be about perfectly. We're going to stitch right here. Alright, now we're just going to stitch that tack down for the left hand side of the handle. Now that we have that side stitched, we are going to place the other side over the die line for the circle like we did the last. So I'm just going to, I can see where the little tiny pinhole is right there. So I'm just going to do the same here. Okay, and then I'm just going to slide that down like that. I'm comparing my two sides. They look even. How much it overlaps right there. So I'm just going to put a piece of tape here. And I'm going to put a piece of tape here. And I'm going to put a big piece of tape here to hold that down so it doesn't pop up while we're sewing or move. Alright, now we're just going to stitch the other tack down circle. Okay, so now we're down to right before the final tack down line. We're just going to flip the hoop over to the back side. We're going to take our two template pieces that we cut for the interior of the long sides and we're going to tape them inside from corner to corner to corner to corner. And then at this point you could put a piece of felt over this. You know, you could use the same color felt, put it over to cover the whole area. But like I said earlier, I wanted to have a nicer fabric. So I'm going to tape this piece of fabric over everything here, making sure that my die lines are covered. Okay, so now we have that taped. We're ready for the final tack down. Now that we've made the long sides of the suitcase, I'm just going to remove it from the hoop. And then I'm just going to trim around each piece very closely as I did for the short sides, and remove any tape that might still be over the stitch line there. So I'm just going to do that now.